sometimes. I play on this so hard. I rip the skin. What's up, peoples? It's a terraformer, and let's struggle to keep up in the Mario X World 3rd Edition, a project which is apparently still going on somehow. I wanted to show off that the other one, if you jump regularly on it, you'll get hurt, and yeah, it's a very, very hard to tell thing there, and I messed it up. I did, but it doesn't really matter because, you know, well, this was recorded a while ago, so I don't remember it that well, but, you know, there's a jump here and then a bunch of moles and the sinkety-sink things. I'm guessing they're triangles, because you just kind of, and you can kind of use it to your advantage, but it's so unadvantageful, and it hurts your hands so much, and I don't know, it's just kind of there, but at least I can say, yeah, you can eat a blarg as small or large Yoshi. At least I can say that most of these levels I did not use a checkpoint on. But only like by one. But it's dumb because all the secret exits are the only things that give you progress. The other ones put you back, and of course I do both because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I gotta always do the 100% runs. I do like the clouds in the backgrounds. I guess they're kind of like the Lost Levels guys, and they have like a sad face going on. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, pretty much the only reason why I won is because I had my infinite hit and I finally got it through all that mess because it's kind of hard to do, and Yoshi's got a blue tongue. I guess it's cold because it got stuck to the electrical post there. He was triple dog dared. In my first Let's Play video, I called Yoshi a dog. That makes total and utter sense, doesn't it, guys? I don't know. You should probably not watch my old videos. Anything within the first year of playing and doing these, it's probably not a good idea. I've gone underneath that flame a few times, but it doesn't happen a whole lot. It all gets like learnt up and stuff. It's kind of not like this second half is not bad. The first half is really painful, and there's a spike up there that I managed to not hit, but it got me every other single time because you don't know it's there because you don't see it. But it didn't really matter because I slipped and sloped there anyway. Yeah, so here you gotta know there's a bat coming up, even though he's hiding, and there's no way to find this out unless you go right into him and die or lose your power up and probably die. And that's like the first time I ever utilized it to my advantage, and it kind of made me win. It's pretty awesome, and I knew how to win. Well, I could have figured it out. I mean, it wasn't that hard, like, well, one of them, I'm pretty glad I didn't bother, but yeah, I was clicking around. I know, oh hey, it's a bush tile, okay, I'll just utilize that to the fullest advantage, and I show another scene off because I wanted to show that I made that mistake. And yeah, it's pretty neat how that I beat this. Like, it took me longer, I think, to beat it on this try go just because of that. Yeah, this level is sure interesting, and at least it's only for in 2 levels that they utilize this type thing. At least this level actually has a midpoint, because it's the only one of its kind in this world. I hope it's not the last one in the whole thing, because that would just be really sad. I kind of forget already, but, you know, because I've looked at all the levels. I'll be honest with you. I'll settle with you. I looked at every single level that is left in Lunar Magic, but this was also like weeks ago, so yep, I don't think this is the first time I got here. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, no, I don't think it was that much recording time. Yeah, it must have been, because I'm, like, all hesitant. I mean, I guess I could have theoretically died to that Chuckles, because, like, I do that a lot. let's face facts here. I died of chuckles plenty of times, and so yeah, that's what happens. Oh man, abrupt cut. Wow, that took a while for me to enter that stage. Probably because I just started the recording. Yeah. So I had the confidence that I was gonna do something at a certain point, because I had played up to it and a little past it, but I never had like a power up there, and yeah, this kind of works one way or it doesn't, and you have to, yeah. The only way to, like, you gotta slide across there holding B, and then you kind of gotta get up fast before the bat hits you, but you can't be too slow on it either, because you'll get flamed, unless you burn it, like I did, so it didn't really matter. But sometimes the Chuckles, he likes to jump before, and when I was doing this without power-ups, I was swimming under that fish, and he actually put water on the last tile, I guess because there's a tide going on. You can't really notice by seeing it, but like that, you can see there's tides in the waterfalls. I don't know how this works, but it exists, and it's annoying. Well, yeah, that's what's going on. It's just a coop up there, nothing too fancy. There's also a football crab. They're actually not very threatful here because they're in water. And if you didn't know, footballs are a lot less threatening in water. So don't try and play sports inside the water, because it would probably actually strengthen you. Like, it's good to exercise in water because it's got more resistance or I don't know these things. If you think I know this kind of thing, you're obviously watching the wrong YouTuber, and I wonder what I did there. Oh man, because this stage doesn't have a midpoint, and I was being generous putting it there. Let's just say that. I like to put them on screen transitions, and it's kind of dumb, but you gotta do this. And it's basically, you get dropped out of that, and it's a crapshoot whether you keep anything, let alone 2 power-ups. And yeah, it's the bottom path. I've gotten past it once when I like needed to. Like the first time through here, like you just kind of die. You have to know what you're doing. You have to go underneath the blargs, and then after the second blarg, I'm just kind of waiting for the moles to go away. But there's a mole that will get you every time, no matter what. Right after the second blarg, it's pretty good. I don't know why hackers think that I enjoy these blocks. I would enjoy them more if they worked right. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I wasn't as experienced as I got with this section, because I beat it pretty quickly for this run, surprisingly enough. I don't really, oh, I almost screwed myself. Aw, that would have been devastating. Not really, because, I died plenty of times past here, when getting the regular exit, which I ended up, well, yeah, you'll see. It's kind of funny, actually, but yeah, that's there, and you gotta kind of, remember, what these munchers are. These munchers are not munchers, they're like lava tiles. No, they're custom, because they actually work. If they were lava tiles, you'd be swimming in them, unless they are the bottom lava tiles, which may or may not work that way. I'm pretty sure it's custom, and kind of, I don't know, but yeah, this is a pretty interesting jump. This must have been my first time around here, because you can't really get those like that. And sometimes you fry well, you'll see it. Sometimes you fry that one that I'm standing next to, and I thought it was impossible to get up there with it without taking damage. It's not. You'll see eventually. Yeah, my nose is stuffier than usual. That's kind of crazy. Should probably explain why I'm doing this also. It's just kind of that time of the month where I don't have a lot of time to do things as much as I usually do, and I also have like a thing for the upcoming job. It has to do with OSHA. So, yeah, that's gonna be interesting, and I gotta wake up early for that. Like, the class is at 4, and I have to wake up early. Oh, wow, I need to really do something about that. Like, I really need to stop being such a lazy jack-o'-lantern and start getting to bed before 5 o'clock. I think it should be easier today, considering I don't have to wait for something to render and also edit it. Close to 100 deaths. No, it was over 100, but I don't know if it was all over 100 on that screen. I kind of don't forget. So SMC, you can retain your lead for a little bit, but you know, oh well. But like soon enough, I'll be back on my game because he kind of uploaded today. And he is now a level and a half ahead of me. Look at that. Look at this. Like, but it seems like the sun. No, I can't even say that. I'm not like that one in particular, but I know for facts that others like. If you don't have a fireball for this level, it's pretty much impossible. I put a save state there because I don't like this section at all. It's in also Luigi's Adventure, the World 8 Castle, in the original, not Overseas Edition. But the thing about that one is that, well, first of all, you need all the switches. Second of all, you have an alternate path to go on. Third of all, it's right at the beginning of the stage, and it's probably about this length. It might be a little harder, but it's not, like, I don't think it's that long. I mean, I never played it, but I watched somebody play it. And yeah, it's like you can learn it better. This is like I tried to get that cloud, like, hey, you get off of the cloud that I would like to have, and I just kind of had to say screw it. I died right there at a time because they got a block underneath them. If you hit your head on it, you're kind of gonna die. Yeah, and also if someone could help me out and tell me how to do the cloud flying through solid walls glitch, where you like the L and R left and right at the same time for Zeus Nest, because it's required for a later level. Actually, I think it's a P balloon, but same difference, right? This stage starts out not too bad, but then you play it a whole lot and you discover that it's really annoying to keep having to go through. Like, if it was just this and then a midpoint, then fine, whatever. Like, but having to do this every freaking time for a kind of annoying section afterwards, which of course it doesn't get too bad, but that's once you actually have to get the secret, which, yeah, yeah, this, like, yeah, like some surprise sometimes. I luckily managed to get through here. It's just some memorization, and it's not really that bad. Sometimes it's a little luck-based more than other times, but usually the generator's in the same spot all the time, and it's really not that bad. But there's a few times where you're probably not, like, the third one of the three, like right before you get to the solid where you gotta wait around and there's a power up if you throw a shell, but it doesn't always work very well. Yeah, the one right before that triplet shot, it's kind of, I don't think it's impossible, but it's very, like, you need a lot of momentum to do it, to get above them, and I think there's one more like that, but, you know, it's okay. I don't really check these blocks. I know I like to check every block in a game, but I don't check these at all. I checked one of them. Actually, I checked 3 of them, because you often accidentally hit other ones. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, I gotta always, oh, what's that up there? Why is there a switch up there? I don't know. Why is the sky a dark blue color and not, why are the Goomba's eyes red? Why am I playing so terribly? This is obviously live commentary. I really don't like the fact that this has 2 generators going on, and it's kind of set at a place where it's not, like, consistent. Like, it seems like when the generators are switching off, that they are timed differently than just if the generator was going off, and it throws you off pretty bad, I'd say. Oh man, how did this magic occur? Well, geez, my tolerance for this game is kind of lower than it should be because of that one castle that I used on. And then, you know, but don't worry, this is the last one I use. No, it's not, but it's the second to last. Yeah. I don't know, I feel this is kind of arbitrary for just not having any midpoints for no real reason. Like, this is some really hard stuff, and it's kind of janked a bit. I'll be, like, let's just be honest here. It's kind of janked, and pretty much every stage has something that will hurt your fingertips. This stage not so much, and not so much the next one, but the last two and the first two and the last one, yeah, they are pretty much and like you know, it's everything we've seen before. It's nothing really too new, but you know, I died about here. I jumped into that bullet right there, but not that particular one, because I guess it's kind of a different bullet, because it's a different run, but you know, considering I was load state, it was pretty much the same bullet. Doesn't really matter. So this stage you may recognize as a level from just Luigi's Adventure, not the OSC, but it is in the Lost Levels OSC. This level took maybe 15 minutes tops, and some of it was me making a pizza, because I left my recorder on while I was doing that, but it happens sometimes. You get hungry, there's a pizza chilling in the freezer, like, hey, I'm gonna eat some pizza right now from the freezer. I should probably have higher standards about that, but whatever. Yeah, so this is really not that hard. Maybe it might be different than like the other one. I mean, the other one I don't think has all this going on and stuff. I don't know, but you still like have to go through here. Even I never noticed that when I was playing. I was getting 2-ups from the wigglers. They're kind of glitched like that, but they give more if you want to put the time and effort into doing that. You know, I guess it would be a fancy way to farm lives in a hack that otherwise does not provide. That's just the stage. It's pretty neat. I had no problems with it. The hardest part is getting the first one down. The first even set a little bit, I guess. But it's mainly that first one that I missed on a lot. This castle, there's nothing to the left. I want to like it. I do want to like it. Aesthetically, it's not bad, but I don't know if you can tell, but those are the heavy conveyors, and I noticed I could not jump through here. This part, doing this is really annoying because I keep blocking your shots, and I just got lucky there. That jump is kind of neat, though. I'll give it that, but usually when I have it open, like a 3-er, then it doesn't want to work as well as when I have the 2, and sometimes you just don't pick up blocks, and it's really annoying because you die, and it's pretty annoying, that's all I have to say. Then you come up to this part, and it doesn't even matter if I get hit here, because I get hit, well, I have done that a lot better. I don't think I've ever, you get hit here the first time, always, because you gotta sway your momentum, and doing that will activate the plant. I don't mind it, it's pretty cool, actually. It's a good idea, I guess. But yeah, back to that other section, I've gotten past it with a power-up, but that's about it. And I only did it like once or twice. This is kind of neat. I screwed it up. Like, this is one of my worst runs, actually. It's kind of hilarious, but I was just done at this point. You'll see what I mean. That I never do. But if you go down there and you have a fireball, and you get through the chainsaw and 2 thwimps, then you can burn yourself a hole and just get down to the conveyor and 2 fire spewies. I cheated with the shell. I knew I needed to get the shell from a certain birdie told me named Luna. And yeah, if you just throw this shell and you go too fast, then you won't get your prize. But if you slow down and then you throw it, you get your prize. It's pretty interesting. Like, I'm glad I at least know that. This part's not too bad. I kind of like this thwimp dodging because you kind of gotta do that, and it's pretty cool. This next part I hate. This is the only time I got past it, but then again, once you figure out what you do, it's like, yeah. I did try it one time before, but it didn't work out for me. I only load one save state here. And that's, like, look at what I'm doing. Like, I glitched out death. It didn't even really matter. Like, I died to that thwomp, obviously. I mean, I saw it, but I forgot it was there. And, you know, you played the stage. You're not really thinking. And when I saw the thwomp and actually noticed the thwomp, it was when I looked weeks ago. So, yeah, when I looked today, I didn't really pay attention too much, but, yep, that's it. It's really easy if you go quick and also get lucky, and I wanted to get off the conveyors because I wasn't really sure if I would die. There is no exiting thing for this world, if it even is a world, so see you guys next time for the penultimate episode, because I'll probably split that into two